And good evening to you. Tonight I come on the air without the fanfare, without the intro. Just coming on air. Memphis today has experienced another tragedy in the murder of Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., 36 years old, known around the world as Young Dolph. This is another tragedy. This is a loss of life in the broad open daylight. I, after this ordeal happened, I happened to be uh, in the emergency room with my wife when this broke out. No, she's fine. We just did some sexual theatrics last night in the shower, and she slipped and fell, sprung her ankle. Um, so I was in the emergency room, and I started getting messages, and as I always do before I disseminate information, I I check the validity of it because I do not want to be guilty of giving false information. I check with some of my sources in law enforcement here, and I found out that he was killed. At 1 p.m. today, young Dolph was on airways, about a mile from where I got carjacked, to be exact, in the Orange Mound area. He was visiting a black owned business, a bakery, Makita's. This is a business that on last week, young Dolph gave promotion to. Whenever Dolph was in Memphis, which is awesome, he would visit Makita's. The investigation seems to be one that he pulled up in his car, one of his cars. His cars have a signature paint job, camouflage, on all of his vehicles. He got out of his vehicle, went inside Makita's. A car pulled up and he was shot, I'm told, in the head. He passed away on the site. Now, I have noticed looking on Instagram particularly that a lot of these so-called news sources put out phony information. Mario, you can't say it was a setup. You have nothing to base that on. The police have no information as to it being a setup. Some have said, how would you know that young Dolph is there? I don't know whether he was followed. I do know the people that know him from the Castalia area and other areas know the design on his vehicles. That is something that is well known. But back to various media sites and media so-called news sources. Information that you're putting out, rumors that you're putting out are 100% non-factual. You're getting it straight this evening. And I hope those other media sources are viewing this program. I'm in Memphis, and for 41 years, I have been the source of many stories, and I check the validity of information, especially when I see some of the nonsense that I've seen today that I think were just printed by people who wanted to say that they had a story on young Dolph. They are not shooting up any other rapper's home or any other business. The misinformation went out that black youngsters' grandma's house had been shut up. And they reported this. They checked no facts. That is totally untrue. Okay? That is totally, let me say it again. Black youngsters' grandmother's house has not been shut up. There was also the rumor that Yo Gotti's place of business, Privé, had been shut up as well. I live down the street from Privé. I passed it this afternoon. Has not been shut up. There is a police presence presently at the location for fear of anything that may could happen. In fact, Privé is in a big strip mall. The strip mall, especially the Korean beauty supply right across from it, have been shut down. Police is there. The presence of police is there. So I wanted to let you know that some of the stuff that you're hearing is not right at all. When you say it's been closed down, it has not been closed down. It is shut for tonight. There is a difference. Real remnant for you. It has been closed for the night for the precaution of idiots who may feel as though there is a need to retaliate. Dolph is really living in Chicago, but he spends a lot of time in Memphis. He gives back to the city. He has turkey drives every year. He does toy things. He speaks to young people. Okay. Real remnant for you. I promise you I don't need no help from you in what I do. Okay. Thank you. Um, because when I come on the air, I have checked the validity of what I am going to say. Do I think that there may be retaliation? There is always the threat of that. Do I think it's because of young Dolph? I think that there are those in this community that will use retaliation or use shooting or use violence to say that they are retaliating for the murder of this young man that took place in broad open daylight. Young man, 36 years old, who has made a American Negro, it would have to be through Cash App, who's made a name for himself in the hip hop arena. There will not be a curfew in Memphis on tonight's. So says the police director. And I taped her short 4-minute press conference just a moment ago. City Councilman J.B. Smiley is calling for a curfew. Now, I think JB is trying to politicize because, Councilman, my question would be to you. My question would be to you, why haven't you called a curfew with all of the deaths of other young men in Memphis? While young Dolph is internationally known, while he's a father, a husband, and family members love him, many of the young men who have been killed in this city this year, this month, this week, were also fathers, also husbands, and are due the same law enforcement that a noted name person is. A curfew, who do you think gives a damn about a curfew but law-abiding citizens? People that are out to break the law don't care about a curfew one way or the other. But why shut the city down? Why not call for people to do the right thing? Two cars were towed away from the scene. Well, let me go back to this curfew for just a second. A curfew would not have helped in this case. What you're going to do, have a curfew in the middle of the day at 1 o'clock? He was shot in broad open daylight. In the middle of the day. What would a curfew have done for that? Well, I agree with you. This city has already put me on a curfew. Okay. Man, I when I get in here, when I get into this house to do this show in the evening time, I'm here. Freeway is one of the areas, one of the places rather, that I go to. I feel secure there. Uh, Security at Freeway take good care of me. Make sure I park at the door. If someone's too close to me while I'm sitting in there, they come and stand by. Some say that young Dolph should have had security with him. I can't say yes or no. In this particular instance, I don't think that security would have been the factor that saved his life. You're not expecting, and I guess you should always expect it because now I've become very expectant. But you don't expect, you just go into the cookie shop, you just go and get some butter cookies. That's all you want was some cookies. You wanted to support a black business. And I believe there was another person in the car with him. They, they towed away two cars from the scene. Naturally, they towed his car away, but they also towed away a gray Nissan Altima that had a bullet wound, not bullet wound, but a bullet, uh, a gun had been fired from that car on the front left side of the car, the passenger side. A bullet had been fired. I'm seeing someone here talking about Yo Gotti and Dolph had beef, but y'all both from Memphis. Uh, Beef happens in the hip hop era, but don't start spreading rumors about things that you don't know. A lot of times, some of the beef that you see with rappers is marketing. It's selling records. No real beef exists. But if I rap and I rap about you and you rap about me, we sell records. It's called hype. So don't get surprised at the beef that happens among rappers. Beef happens among preachers. Hmm. There's been some dangerous beefs among preachers and pastors. Ask me and I'll tell you that. But no matter what, this is tragic. I listened to the police director. I thought I would hear more from her than what I heard. Yeah, politicians beef. Everybody beefs. Okay. It happens. It happens. Beef is a part of life. Beef is a part of business. But I listened to Police Chief C.J. Davis, and I didn't get much out of what she said. Uh,
Tonight, we strongly encourage everyone to stay home if you do not have to be out. We also strongly encourage everyone to remain calm as we actively perform our investigation. The Memphis Police Department is providing an increased presence in areas of the city that might be directly impacted by this unfortunate incident. We are committed to working with the community to stop these senseless murders. We're also dedicated to bringing those responsible for today's shooting and others to justice. We encourage anyone who has any information about this incident to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-2274. Let me say that again, 901-528-2274. And now I'll take a few questions. Councilmember North State Representative called for a curfew, fearing that there could be retaliation. Do you think that's a good idea? Well, we're taking all of these requests into consideration, and we're continuing to communicate with our city officials and evaluate the situation so that we can make the best decision. And it doesn't mean that we won't have a curfew at some point in time, but right now we think that the deployment of our officers in the specific areas that are impacted the most will be enough presence for tonight. And as I said before, we are encouraging everyone to stay in if they don't have to be out.
Have you had any incidents or shootings that you might think are related to what happened today with the young girl?
Well, we have investigations that are going on right now, and the Memphis Police Department, along with our federal partners, will look at every investigation and every piece of evidence to try to solve this particular case. We can't say for sure that it's associated with anything else at this time.
It happened in circulating on social media about this shooting here, this raffle house, this restaurant. And was any of that accurate or true?
Well, I haven't vetted all the social media. There have been erroneous posts on social media, and what we're trying to do is monitor the facts and ensure that we provide the facts to the public as well. So what we see on social media may not be accurate.
Have you given a suspect information? I know it happened in the middle of the day.
We are still speaking with witnesses. We do have witnesses that are communicating with the police department right now.
Is there any video footage?
We don't know for sure just yet. We are checking every camera, every piece of footage that could be in the surrounding area to help us further this investigation.
You mentioned increased police presence at areas of concern. Club Privé, your Gotti's Club. Is that an area of concern? Is it open? Is there extra security from MPD on that scene?
Don't know if that particular location is open, but any location that might be affiliated with anyone that has a connection or we think could potentially have a connection, our officers are providing presence, and that is including the area where the shooting took place as well.
And how many times he was shot?
I can't say that right now.
What can you tell us behind the motivation of the shooting?
Just don't know. This was a shooting that occurred at a just not sure what that motivation was, and it's a little bit too early for us to tell.
Last question. Do you know if it was inside the business or outside? If it was buying cookies, visiting? There's talks that he had just delivered some turkeys or a charity. Can you just talk about what you know about his movements at that time?
And today, the victim was inside the business, and we can't say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
One final question. At the crime forum team, you talked about intervening in case there is fear of retaliation among gang.
You've been listening live to Memphis Police Chief C.
I guess I expected more from the police director. I guess I did. You didn't say what I thought you would say. How do you deal with the tragedy of murders in this city in 4 minutes? How do you do that? Yes, it is a tragedy that young Dolph was murdered. But it's also a tragedy that many other black men in this city have lost their life, will lose their life. Any black man that has good sense, right now you're scared in the streets of Memphis. You leave home and you don't know whether you become a statistic. Here's a man that had no idea. I didn't see nothing wrong with her responses. You probably one of them goddamn fools that live somewhere across the country that don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't see nothing wrong with her responses. You don't live in Memphis. You don't live in fear. You don't believe that you or someone in your family will become a statistic. So shut the fuck up. You've been in this city, what, now 6 months? And you came into this city and said what you would do about crime in this city. And nothing has happened. I'm getting from a source now in City Hall that said that Strickland, the mayor of the city, did not want her to have a press conference. And that he told her to make it quick. Then I see J.B. Smiley politicizing, who ain't did a damn thing as a city councilman in this city, who has the nerve, the unmitigated gall now to say that he wants to be governor of the state of Tennessee and know that no black can win a governorship in this state. No black has ever won a statewide position. But you're not running to win, you're running to get your name out there. You see this as publicity. Same thing that I think about J.B. Smiley now. You want to call for a curfew when the city of Memphis has a curfew law on the books. You have not, J.B. Smiley, with your worthless ass. You have not. You have not called for the use of the law that is already on the books. You have not called out the mayor. You have not called out the police department and said, we got this law on the books. Why don't we try to curtail some of the crime in our city with our young people by enacting this law? So what I see now is a bunch of hypocritical bullshit. The same old bullshit black ass niggas that's doing the same thing that they always do, running the damn mouth. It's a tragedy. Someone asked us the question, was Dolph killed in a high-risk area of Memphis? Every area of Memphis right now is high risk. There is no safe place. There is no place. Memphis is a war zone. Memphis is a war zone. We are at war in the city of Memphis. No, brother, there is not a curfew in Memphis. No, there is no burning down. Nobody in the streets. Black Lives Matter folk, they at home taking the same normal nap that they take. I think that the police officers, the homicide department, and people of that nature are doing their job. But I think that what the high priestess of the police department said was bullshit. Where does the attack on crime? And let me say this. The police could not have stopped this situation that happened today. Somebody wanted Dolph dead. I hear people always want to talk about when you make some money, give back to your community. No, I said when you make some money, get the hell out of Memphis. Okay. These so-called young activists ain't shit. They ain't doing nothing. See, I'm sure that somebody gonna call and organize a march. For what? For what? For what? I don't know what Soldier Boy said. Okay. And again, a lot of y'all believe the hype of these rappers. They don't live, you look at these videos, they don't live those kind of lives for real. That's to make your ass buy some music. It's called branding. It's called marketing. I wish that you would understand that. But I'm giving you tonight the facts. So when you see all these other little bullshit little posts on the page, all these so-called big name organizations, these little groups, little news sources, I saw the lies that they put out. I saw two sites that was copying word for word what Channel 13 here in Memphis said. Word for word. You didn't check no sources yourself. You're relying on somebody else to do your work. I'm reading some of your statements. Yeah. A lot of these rappers are just business people. They know how to make you buy music. And that's their job. But some of you take the hype for real. Many believe that all them chains that they got on belong to them. Many of you don't understand that the money that they flashing ain't all the time theirs. It's marketing and branding. Let me share something with you. And I'm going to try to contact Gotti. No, I don't have his personal phone number. We've met, we've sat, and we talked at his place. I can get it through his mama. Because I want him to address this issue as well. Dolph had worked. Now, let me say that there are some rappers that are multimillionaires, which means they're great businessmen. Dolph was a multimillionaire. Yo Gotti is a multi-millionaire. They're not wannabes. They are business people. Business people do what business people do to keep on making money. When you run into rappers that own their own masters, they don't have to go by the white boy to see if it's okay to put a record out. They become a fear to Sony and big record companies who want to control the music industry. The only real conversation that young Dope and I had was when he just used my name in one of his pieces where he talks about Memphis. He does a spinoff of the Django thing and talks about Memphis being the home of Elvis Presley and Thaddeus Matthews. We had a brief conversation where he wanted to let me know that he was using my name in a piece, and I said, fine, brother. But the thing that is killing us in our community is not the white man. Don't y'all blame this on the white man. It's you ignorant ass niggas, you jealous niggas, you petty niggas. Those of you who cannot stand seeing the success of another black man. You mad at this brother because he done leveled up to the top. He's making money. The only thing that I would say that the brother did wrong, and that was at his choosing, was to still deal with some of you low-life friends that he had in the past, because when it always ends up, he who kills you is somebody that knows you, somebody that has smiled in your face in the past. But because they cannot ascertain the greatness that you have ascertained, they want to see your life taken. Here's some Negro. Dolph is not a legend, neither was Nipsey. You probably some white boy that if you call me, I'd probably cut your bitch ass out. Do you even know what a legend is? Do you even have an idea? That's hate and jealousy and envy here. You probably ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to pour it out. You probably a white boy that's scared of the power of a black man who knows his business. Boss tell her I can't get no money off of YouTube. I can't even monetize YouTube because I cuss. And I ain't gonna stop being who I am for the few nickels and dimes that I can get off of YouTube. So if you want to send me that $50, brother, go to the Cash App, $ Naked Truth Ministries. Some of you niggas are so jealous. What killed young Dolph today was jealousy, envy. Not that he did anybody wrong. What killed this black man was jealousy and envy. Let me say it again. What killed young Dolph today was jealousy and envy. See, there are those that would have us believe when you start talking about legends and you start talking about Memphis, Tennessee. They want you to think that the only legend that ever came out of Memphis was Elvis Presley. And he was a drug head. He died on the toilet high. So somebody says, what's the answer? What's the answer? I don't know. I don't know. Here's somebody, see, you're jealous of me, Ryan Hudson. Your ass chasing clout and getting $50 donations. Doc, how much you want to give me? Clout? I've been doing this for 41 years. Doc, you ask somebody about the name Thaddeus, and who do you think about? So I ain't got to chase no clout, brother. I am Mr. Motherfucker when it comes to what I do. And what I do is give you the facts, not the bullshit that other media is going to give you. Okay. We are our own worst enemy. Dolph is dead because black people don't give a damn about each other. We want to be on top of everybody else. We want to step on everybody else in our race that we see trying to do a come up. Because you can't come up. Because you don't have the knowledge. You don't have the skills. You won't work at coming up. All the man wanted was some cookies. God damn, I can't buy cookies. I can't get no cookies. I can't go get no cookies from my mama. My mama likes cookies. I want some cookies. I go buy this black business. You tell me as a black man, I'm supposed to give back to black folk. So I go to a black business in my neighborhood to buy some cookies. You kill a man over some cookies. Young men are not safe. The average young man that I talk to don't believe that he can live to be 40 years old. Some of them don't believe that they will become 30 years old. Many of them feel that they are in their old age stages at 21, 22, and 23 because the streets say you are supposed to die. You are supposed to die. You're not supposed to live. You're supposed to become a statistic. The only thriving business in the black community that right now is sure of some business is the funeral home. He could have went to the mall and got some cookies. Could have went out to Wolf Chase, got him some cookies. Where the white people's at? Because it's dangerous being around us. It's dangerous being around folks that look like us. Because they're jealous of us. I got 10 cents more than you got in your pocket. I want your dime. Somebody said I should have kept it safe with my buddy. What the fuck you talking about? Ignorant son of a bitch. I'm armed every time you see me. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I took my wife and four other women on Saturday, made sure they went through gun training class, learned the law, took them to the firing range. And I've instructed her, if you're in fear of your life, kill a motherfucker. See, where these bullshit ass black pastors in the black community telling you to love everybody. You can't love everybody. I'm sorry. Quit listening to that shit. Love everybody. You gotta love everybody. Some of you motherfuckers I don't like. Some of you motherfuckers ain't no earthly good. You don't mean me no good. You don't mean yourself no good. I don't like you, motherfucker. Come on. These goddamn preachers, these black ass preachers, you eating from the white man's crumbs on the goddamn floor. You don't give a damn about us because you'll stop preaching them same old let's go to heaven's sermons on Sunday morning. Oh, we gonna be all right when we get over there. God damn it, I want to be all right over here. How come I gotta be all right over there? I want to be all right over here. We're going to walk through gates of gold when we get here. God damn it. And I'm scared to walk through a gate made of wood here. Black preachers, stop the bullshit from the pulpit. Somebody ready to march right now. You ready to sing that old tired ass, we shall overcome. God damn it, how long is it going to take you to overcome? Martin Luther King was killed when I was, 11 years old. I think, what, 68? Yeah, 11 years old. They were singing, "We shall overcome then." You ain't did a damn thing. Dolph wanted to be treated like regular people. But the brother didn't understand he wasn't regular people. You got assets. You got assets while others are sitting on their ass. I think I'll say that one again. He had assets while others were sitting on their ass. When you reach a certain level, you can't deal with the folk you've been dealing with. You can't let everybody in your circle because somebody wants to kill you in your circle. When you're making money, you got business going on. Watch the person that's always in your face smiling. That nigga's a snake. That nigga is a snake. Here's somebody that says, "Yeah, you can't fuck my sister dead, nigga." Well, if I fucked her alive, that fucking was a good one. Bye, nigga. So somebody says, "Well, where do we go from here?" The news spent all evening talking about Dolph. They'll spend 2 or 3 more days talking about Dolph. They'll have a great homegoing celebration for Dolph. Then you're going back to the house and forget about Dolph. There will be no difference in how we treat each other, how we feel about each other. Nothing will change. It's sad to say that I've given up on us as a people. I've given up on the fact that there are people that can make a difference. I hear you say, "No, we ain't gonna forget." Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. I'm scared. How you regular when you drive a Lamborghini, you don't see your Gotti out here at a local bakery, do you? Gotti goes some places, but Gotti's always got security with him. Okay? He's always got security with him. What do I think the next few days in Memphis will be like? It's hard to say. Tonight we'll tell the story what happens in Memphis. And you know you're in a sad state of affairs when the police director tell you to stay at home. Shit. Yeah. You know you're in a sad state of affairs when the police chief says, stay at home. Somebody wants to know you ain't ready when you drive a Lamborghini. Lamborghini didn't kill him. Niggas did. The cookie didn't kill him. Niggas that didn't want him to have the real cookies in life did. Somebody want to know what's going on in here now? Nothing. We ain't marching. We ain't looting. We ain't tearing up nothing as of right now. See, when those things happens, you get somebody that organizes destruction. I'm pulling up the local news. To see if there's anything new that's happened since we've been on the air. Don't seem as though it is. No. Ain't nothing new happening. If a white car had shot him, Memphis would be on fire. I don't even know. I can't even say that's true. I can't even say that that's true. Memphis has become a very worthless place. And God knows if I was about 10 or 20 years younger, I'd leave this town. Memphis is a dangerous place to live. Don't come and visit in Memphis unless you just have to. Don't come to Memphis for Thanksgiving because you might end up being the turkey. Call your folk in Memphis on the telephone. Don't come to Memphis. Don't come to Memphis. We got at least 5, 6, 7, 8 murders a week. Some weekends we're good for at least 4 murders. And a lot of these people that are dying ain't bothered nobody. But everybody wants to bother them. We're on the same level as Chicago. And look around the country and look at black neighborhoods. Why? I saw an activist. I don't even know her name. I don't even know what she acted in. That the reason we have killings is poverty. No, it ain't. We ain't got enough jobs. These Negroes that's robbing is robbing to be robbing. They too lazy to go look for a job. We want to blame it on everybody, but who we need to blame it on? The person that's doing it. That's the person that's responsible. I just take some folk off. You a nigga. Yeah, I am one, man. I'm the nigga, that white boy that you need to be scared of. I'm that nigga that your old white granddaddy told you there's a nigga that won't be scared of you. White boy, I'm that nigga, yeah? We don't know if he really did. Well, goddamn, you got to be the ignorant son of a bitch in the world. We don't know if he did. They took him away on a goddamn stretcher in a bag. He in the morgue, waiting for an autopsy. Jewel, you're gone. Yeah, he's waiting for an autopsy. Do you think that when he woke up this morning, that he expected that the next place that he would be laying was on the ground dead? Do you do you think he expected that? Let me take time for commercial messages. Then I'm going to open up the phone lines. And if any of you have anything that you want to say on this particular matter, we'll do just that. You can't go and get a cookie and expect to come out alive.
Her raw sweetness herself, Tamika Hurd. It's Butterific Bakery and Cafe, located at 488 South Second near Calhoun and behind the Civil Rights Museum. Butterific brings to downtown a bakery full of the most delicious treats you'll find anywhere, such as butter cookies, lemon pound cake muffins, banana pudding, pecan pies, and my favorite, the chicken salad. Oh, it is so good. And if you have missed her salads, look, your mouth is mad at you. And if you can't get to downtown, DoorDash will bring it to you, to your home, or to your office. Go to Butterific Bakery and Cafe, 488 South Second near Calhoun, or call 901-207-4618. That's 901-207-4618. Government officials and the entire Shelby County community for the support and confidence you have placed in her these 7 years. And she respectfully asks that you continue to have confidence in her as she moves forward to re-election in 2022. Please help re-elect Judge Corbin Johnson, Shelby County Court, Division 1. Paid for by the committee to elect Felicia Johnson, Larry Banks, Treasurer. We've all heard about sea moss and what it can do to rejuvenate one's body. It contains 92 minerals. It supports a healthy heart, good digestion. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, and there are so many more uses for CMOS. Now, you can order online from Envision CMOS. That's right, Envision CMOS. Or you probably thought that CMOS only comes in that one bland flavor. Well, Envision has it in natural strawberry, mango, pineapple, elderberry, honey cinnamon, and so many more flavors. Go right now to the website, envisioncmoss.com. Envision CMOS ships around the world. Have a more healthier you right now. Go to envisioncmoss.com.
Shared Health Mississippi presents
Black Friday, November 26th at 7 p.m. It's the first annual Grown and Sexy All Black Affair and Soul Blue Show in memory of DJ Big Money at the Atala County Coliseum in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Starring Willie Clayton, Trey Williams, Vic Allen, Mr. Sim, Ruth, Isaac Lindsay, Anita Webster, Emmons Entertainment Band. Doors open up at 6 p.m. and showtime is 7 p.m. Hosted by To Dirty DJ and the Cussin' Pastor. It's BYOB. For reserved tables and more info, 662-770-2391. November 26th at 7 p.m.
Wait. Come on, can the people just keep it going? Can the people?
It's about to go down in a major way at Vitz Casino Tunica. Craig Smacks Harris presents the Thanksgiving Weekend Blue Jeans and Boots concert featuring L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back? Baby, how low can you go? Let me see you drop it down to the floor.
Jeter Jones.
She wanna ride. She wanna ride that black horse on boots too. Yeah.
And Big Yayo.
Saddle up.
I need a cowgirl, someone I can play with.
Get your Western outfits on and join us Saturday, November 27th at Vitz Casino, Tunica, Mississippi. Doors open at 7, showtime at 8 p.m. Purchase tickets on Ticketmaster or call Craig Smacks Harris at 662-671-1230.
Downtown Memphis, have you heard about the sweetest and the most tastiest place near the Mississippi River, owned by her raw sweetness herself, Tamika Hurd? It's Butterific Bakery and Cafe, located at 488 South Second near...
All right.
Downtown Memphis, have you heard about the sweetest and the most tastiest place near the Mississippi River, owned by her raw sweetness herself, Tamika Hurd? It's Butterific Bakery and Cafe, located at 488 South Second near Calhoun and...
All right. I don't know why the bakery commercial wants to keep on. Okay. Get out the anointing oil. It's anointing oil, dumb motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear what you have to say about what we're talking about and the death of young Dolph. Area code 901-231-9239. What do you have to say about this death? For those of you on Instagram, we can go Instagram Live if you would like. What's your view? What do you have to say about this violent act? Or do you have anything to say?
It's Butterific Bakery and Cafe.
All right, Al, what you got to say?
Hey, how you doing, Pastor? You know, Pastor, I never heard of this young brother that was killed today, and my condolences go out to his family. But it is a very sad state of affairs that as black people we can't even be around each other, and I'm just sorry. I would never live in the hood, and I even had a chance to live in the hood out here in Houston. And I said, absolutely not, because of the poor representation, the crime, and it's a travesty, you know, where you can't, like you said, you can't even go look over your shoulder. I don't know what it's going to take, but quite honestly, I would implore any black person, if you can get out of the black neighborhood, move the fuck away, move to the suburbs, and just be around, like live in a community where you have to pay HOA, there's some kind of security, and you might just have to like get away from going into the hood to support the black business and just do it from afar, because it's going to catch up to you one way or the other.
Well, you know, my wife and I are looking for a house. And one of the things that I don't want to be around is a whole bunch of us.
Absolutely.
God called me this morning about a house. And I looked it up. I said, it's in the wrong neighborhood, brother. It's too many of us in that neighborhood. And I ain't saying scared. Say it. I don't want to be around a whole bunch of Negroes. I don't.
Right.
Okay? Call me uppity, call me whatever you want to call me. But I want somebody to be able to call me for dinner. And I'm fearful that, and see, here's what, as a public figure, man, there is always the threat of ignorance. I shared with you yesterday, I went up to the Walmart to get some gas. Young Negroes getting some gas. They recognize me. Then you want to do that Thaddeus Matthews thing. You want to put me on Facebook Live. I ain't going to do that. But I raised my shirt just a little bit. So you understand that when you make that foolish move, I'm going to be foolish with you. Okay? We've got to do in this city what we've got to do to stay alive, man. I'm scared in this city. I'm scared of becoming a statistic, my wife becoming a statistic. That's the reason I took out on the gun range.
Well, let me ask you something, Pastor. I had asked you one time before. Had you, First Lady, ever thought about moving out of that crime-infested Memphis and maybe to a better southern region?
Well, I mean, where do you go? I mean, sincerely, Greenwood.
No, I wouldn't say Greenwood. Anywhere up in there, Alabama, Mississippi. I would even try Nashville. I don't think Nashville has as many blacks as Memphis does.
I don't know, brother. At this point, at my age, it would have to be the right number of figures. Okay. Just pick it up. I've been here basically all my life. So just picking up, man, everywhere you go is hood. Thank you, Al. I got to let you go, brother. Thank you. All right, 901-231-9239 is my number. How do you feel about that? Okay? And you're right, B. Patton. I can't run around incognito anymore. Everybody know who I am.
Anthony Newley.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Go ahead.
How you doing, man? I'm Cousin Preacher. This is the first time I kind of dialed into you. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I just want to say, man, rest in peace, young Dolph, and Memphis, Tennessee, y'all stand up. And I'm in the comments, and I want to speak on this young man, Maxie, that's in the comments being real insensitive. And I want to let him know that the way you make the comments about telling all the details of that man, how he got killed in the comments, your life could be in danger, man. I'm going to tell you this. Your disobedience to God and your insensitivity to this place is my salvation. You be good, young man. And I just want to say that.
Well, I'm reading Maxie now, and I'm removing him from the page.
He's a clown, man, and he's like, we need to be mourning right now. He's got all these insensitive comments. Get rid of that idiot.
Well, I don't like that word mourning.
I'm not mourning. We're just in disbelief right
disbelief and ready to celebrate the life and the legacy of this young man. Um,
Amen in life.
hey, brother, but we as men, we got to step up, brother. Thank you so much for calling me.
Man, thank you so very much. Live from Los Angeles.
All right, brother. Live from Los Angeles. 901-231-9239. Okay. I'd like to hear from you. What's your views tonight? What's your views tonight?
Darius.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To accept.
Darius?
Yeah. How you doing, Pastor?
Is this my morning blues listener, Darius?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah, from D.C.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm this Dolph thing is really wild because last couple years he's been making a lot of records. He got shot in Los Angeles. He got shot at when, this whole thing is crazy. It needs to stop, but you can't keep provoking someone and doing things to people and think it's not going to come back to you. That's all I had to say. I guess I hear you.
Well, Darius, who has he provoked?
Another well-to-do Memphis rapper, entrepreneur. He made a song about he effed his baby mother and.
You talked about that beef that went out when God said something about he was fucking his baby's mama or something like that.
Yeah, Dolph made the song about Gotti's baby mother, and it was a hit. And he was in L.A. and him and another prominent Memphis rapper got into it. Dolph got shot in the butt. And I think black youngster jumped on top of his car one time and unloaded on top of his car. He got arrested for that, but you can't keep provoking people, especially.
So are you one? Wait a minute, Darius. Are you saying that God has sent somebody to kill him?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but you can't keep provoking multi-millionaires and think everything is going to be all right. You riding around in your camouflage Corvette, knowing.
I think that was a Lamborghini. I don't think it was.
I thought it was a new 2021 Corvette.
No, that vehicle that he was in today, he's had it for a while.
Yeah, but
See, y'all hearing too much. Y'all hearing, Darius, y'all hearing stuff that ain't fiction. What y'all hearing is fictional. It's not factual.
It's certain things you can't do in the
Well,
you can't provoke multi-millionaires that think it's gonna be okay.
No, it was not a Corvette. It was not. Whatever it was. Whatever it was.
That's minor now.
Yeah.
With the situation.
He'll never drive them again. So it really means nothing at this point.
Yeah.
All right, Darius, thank you. I'll see you on the radio in the morning. All right.
All right.
All right, 901-231-9239. Okay. Yeah, but how you provoking somebody? On the at the cookie shop. Yeah, Mel, I saw your text. Just go and order something.
Michael.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Go ahead, Michael.
Evening, Pastor.
Good evening.
Hey, Pastor, I'm just at my break of
Sir, I'm not talking about no trial.
About, huh?
I'm not talking about no trial. Did you hear me talking about a
No, I'm
trial?
saying that, I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. With that going on, you would think that black people wouldn't be so stupid and
Sir,
ignorant.
sir,
With this killing
sir,
of
I'm not interested in the trial tonight. I'm not interested in it.
I'm comparing that. Pastor, I'm comparing that to Dolph.
You can't compare that to Dolph. You can't compare that to Dolph.
He's like,
How do you compare? How do you wait a minute, brother? How do you compare the trials that's going on to Dolph?
cause black folks ain't learned. We ain't learned.
Well,
We ain't learned our lesson yet.
but brother, this ain't this. You can't compare what happened to Dolph today to those two trials that are going on.
No, but I'm not comparing it, Pastor. I'm saying with what's going on out there, these Negroes should not be out here killing another black man. That's what I'm talking about. You should not
But
be out here
it shouldn't take. It shouldn't take what the trials got to do with black men killing black men.
because if everybody want to make a big deal about the cops killing black men. They should be focused on the black men that's killing the black men. Don't you know that more black men get killed every year than what the KKK have killed?
Sir, wait a minute. Brother, because you're taking me into you're taking me into the twilight zone. We know that. We know that. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you. God bless your heart. God bless your heart. Let me read something. Young man just sent me something. A young man who is a millionaire, a black man here in Memphis. And he sent this to me. And he's talking about Dolph. He says, so much talent killed for what? He couldn't have been that much of a threat to take his life. It makes no sense to me. He was a black businessman that had black employees and fed his black family, black friends, and so many more blacks. It just makes no sense. My prayers goes out to his black family because I know from where he came from, he was their black pillow. And I know 9 out of 10 he was killed by the hands of blacks. Rest well, Dolph. White man laughing at us, and whoever killed him just made us that much more weaker as a whole. Marquis Granberry. And he right. White folk laughing at us. And guess what? The white man does not have to do anything to kill us. The white man doesn't have to send no Ku Klux and our clans to us. Because guess what? We're doing it to ourselves. The white bigot says, "Oh, we ain't got to do nothing." They gonna kill themselves.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's your name? Speak up and speak clearly.
Hey, what's going on, Pastor? This Dez, this is Sam. What's going on with you?
What's going on, man?
Man, yeah, I just wanted to kind of add on to what you were saying about being in the same vicinity as individuals, especially in our community, when you have or you reach a level of success, man, it's just certain individuals and in certain places, man, that you just have to cut off in its entirety. You know, when God bless you to get to a certain level of success, regardless if that's career-wise or financial, you know, or even spiritual-wise and mentally, man, you got to cut away and get away from a lot
you have to cut a lot of places out. You can't really just go and hang out and associate with certain type of people, man, because it's gonna bring a certain type of energy because wolves are constantly out there, man. And
Yeah.
the devil is walking to and fro, man, seeking and destroying, man, and our people always, fall, man, for a lack of knowledge, man, and we act like we don't have the knowledge, man. Now we can gain everything in the world, cars, materialistic, clothes, but we just can never gain from knowledge, man, because it's no way that Dolph, that young man in the position, and me and him are the same age, so no way that young man being in that position, having an innumerable amount of wealth, fame, notoriety. For one, he shouldn't have even been in there. Let's just say what it is, man. If he was in Memphis, he should have been well protected and well guarded. There's just no way, man, he should have been out there like that in that type of vehicle. And you have a camouflage vehicle which people know and can identify your car. It's just no way in the hell, man, that man should have been riding around there by himself like that, man. We can expire before our expiration date, man, and I just believe that, he just moved wrong, man. It's bad, man.
Well, that particular neighborhood is a very high crime area. In fact, I was carjacked probably about a mile from that when my carjacking took place. By the way, they found my car.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do anything to it? Did they strip it? Did they
Well,
tear it up?
they said that the police drove all the way to it was found in Cleveland, Mississippi, in an apartment complex on flats. My rims beat up real bad. The heavy odor of marijuana, and what the guy wants me to pay him to come get the car, you can have that motherfucker. So, hey, Daz, thank you so much, yeah.
You're welcome, brother.
All right, man. All right. You like to call? You like to give me your sentiments on this? 901-231-9239 is the number. 901, and I don't take block calls. You know goddamn well I don't take no block calls. So fuck you and bye. 901-231-9239. Okay? What's your view on this? What do you have to say about this? What do you think the next move should be? Do you expect or anticipate any violence in this city over this? I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this. I think that there are those who will symbolize his death with violence. And when I say symbolize, it ain't about him. They're using his death as a makeup. We're going to make like we care, but we don't. We'll get a chance to rob and loot somebody. Okay. It is dangerous in the city of Memphis.
Jones. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Cariel, go ahead.
Hey, how are you today, Thaddeus?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to call to talk about Dolph. Today it was really, really crazy. I live in the Castalia area, and I'm kind of along with the last caller that called, and the first thing I thought about was, why was he by himself? How crazy that he's riding by himself, nobody. And afterwards, I say around like 3 or 3:30, I live on Person Street and on Bull Street where he, is always, we always know when he's in town because you see one of the cars, the camouflage cars.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's always him and maybe one other person with them.
And I believe now, I believe that there was somebody with him when he went there today.
Okay.
Okay.
And it usually is. It usually is. But, I mean, you should have seen, Thaddeus, all of these men, all these people that were over on Boyle Street, where he frequently visits when he's in town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you're wondering, where were all of y'all when he was getting shot? Not to know, no man, none of us know our time or hour. But you just like, it's like 2,000 people on Boyle Street, and here, I had to leave to go to my daughter's because we were so scared of what may potentially happen behind him dying. And I feel for him. I really do. My heart goes out to him and his family. But at the same time, it's like we have to kind of live in this threat of violence.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a crazy, crazy scene. And it's really sad because he does, or he did a lot of things for this community. And, he's getting ready to do it again today. But, it was sad because you saw young and old people really hurt behind this. He grew up with my kids. And it's sad. It's just, my heart goes out to them.
Thank you, Cheryl.
All right. Thank you so much, Ted. Have a good night.
Yeah. The lines are open. 901. I ain't got but one line, so you have to keep calling. 901-231-9239. Someone wants to know, how did the killers know his whereabouts and what time he would be there? Was his course? We don't know, ma'am. We don't know.
Mario.
But his car, his car when you see it in the city. Go ahead, sir.
How you doing up there?
I'm doing fine, brother. Go ahead.
I grew up there in Memphis. I recently moved out of Memphis, moved down to Arizona. But man, it just is a sad situation because us as people, man, we just can't have anything because so many people just want to take it from us. It's sad. It's very heartbreaking.
It is. It is when you have to work hard and everybody wants what you don't work hard for and don't want to work for anything for themselves.
You're absolutely right. That's why I appreciate you for being so strong and having the success you've had for such a long period of time, man. It's hard out there. It's very hard out there.
Yeah. Thank you, man, for calling from Arizona.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. We all have ideas of what we want to think may have happened. Everybody wants to come up with a scenario, and there are none. Okay. There are no scenarios that we know anything about. Somebody won't say on YouTube, and you don't know, somebody was following them in a white truck. Come on. Okay. See, too many of you are going by what you're hearing and what you're reading on social media. The man went in the place to get him some cookies.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Thaddeus, I was looking at that shooting today, and a lot of our young black men don't realize that they are creating genocide amongst our race. When you talk to a lot of these young guys and tell them that what happens when you have nobody to defend your son because you've gone out in the street
Mm-hmm.
We have created a pattern to where the white folk don't have to do anything to wipe us out. They don't need no virus, no nothing. We doing it to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you, man. It's nobody's fault but ours. We are in a state of genocide. Uh, and we're doing everything that the white man or the white bigot, the white hater would want us to do. They don't have to do any work anymore. We are conditioned not to like ourselves, and we're killing each other off like flies.
Absolutely. And I look at a lot of things that you say on TV about empowerment. You've got that in your ministry.
Mm-hmm.
The empowerment. We need to be able to empower each other as a race. And I think that once we learn to empower ourselves as a race, we will be something else. We can conquer this world,
Mm-hmm.
as a people.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, man, we in trouble. We
Man,
are in trouble.
and I tell you, take cover. You better take cover, brother. Cause these young niggas in the street, they don't give a damn about life, man. They don't care about their own life, so you know that they don't care about yours. Thank you so much, brother.
They don't.
Thank you so much. They don't care. Somebody said God isn't real. Well, what's for real is you gone from this page. Now that's for real. 901-231-9392 rather 39. 901-231-9239. That man had every right to sell records. He had every right to use his gift and his skills to make himself financially secure. You do not have the right to take the life of anyone because of your petty jealousness. And that's all you gotta do. Get the hell out of Memphis.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
This is who? This is who? God damn it, why are you holding the goddamn phone? Dumb son of a bitch. I hear my wife on her crutches like that. You all right? Huh? Okay. My wife and I were being freakish last night in the shower, and she slipped up and fell. But we still got some. It kept me woke to 2 o'clock this morning getting some, knowing that I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning. But she freaked the fuck out of me last night. Okay. All right. I didn't get off my subject. But she went to the emergency room today because she did hurt her foot, sprained her ankle. That's some, loving good when you sprain your ankle. All right. She put some shit on me. Woo! Lord have mercy. So I was a good boy. I sat in the goddamn emergency room for about 2.5 hours. Just, hold on a minute, Jeff.
To accept, press
Oh.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on one second, Jeff. I just I sit in the emergency room like a good little boy, making sure her leg is all right. But I don't think we're gonna try no shower uh, tonight. She was freaking me last night. Whew. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on, Daddy?
What's up, man?
Oh, man, everything, man. I guess I feel like everybody else tonight, man. You know, it's like we lost, I'm going to call young Dolph an icon, man. You know, that young brother, he really made an impact these last, I guess, 5, 6, 7 years on a lot of people's lives, especially the young kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I stay here in Jackson, and I remember I got one of my partners, he's a promoter, and he had brought young Dolph down here to the city. You know, Dolph was passing out his mixtape, which I just figured he was just another rapper. But, you know, it turned out that he was really good when he come out with his song called Preach.
Mm-hmm.
And it become a real hit around here in Jackson. You know, they played it on the radio all the time. And, you know, and I just took a liking to Dolph, man. And like I say, I'm older, but I listen to rap. You know, I grew up when rap was LL Cool J and Run DMC. And, you know, I've just always been a fan of rap because I listened to the message.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph had a unique style about himself. And I know people in Memphis that know young Dolph, so I know his struggle and the things that he overcame. And that's why I admired this young brother, man. So when I got word today, I guess around 12 o'clock right after it happened, and I didn't want to believe it, but then once it started floating around on social media, I found out that it was true, man. It just really been bothering me, man, because we are losing a whole generation of our young black men, and we're losing them to us. You know, we taking ourselves out. We're doing the white man a favor,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's sad. And I don't see no ending to this. You know, I was hoping that Dolph and Gotti would finally put their differences to the side and come together and really do something big for Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that'll never happen now. What I see happening, though, is retaliation, of course, because this is a code of the streets. You know, when one takes one, you take two of theirs. And that's just how the street works. So I've talked to some of my friends in Memphis today, and I told them, man, y'all be safe up there. You ain't got to be out. Don't be going out to no clubs. It's not going to be safe anywhere. Because it's going to be retaliation behind Dolph's murder. And I feel like if I was a Yo Gotti or somebody affiliated with the CMG camp, I would really be on extra alert, because whether Gotti had something to do with this situation or not, he's going to be accused of being a part of Dolph's death. You know, unless something else comes out later on where, hey, this is who did it, he didn't have nothing. Gotti didn't have no affiliation with it. But as of right now, because you have to look at it, when Dolph's truck was shot up down in the Carolinas, you know, it was somebody affiliated with Gotti. When Dolph was shot out there in Beverly Hills, it was somebody affiliated with Gotti. And like I said, it's been an ongoing beef. So, like I said, who else could point the finger at? If somebody done tried to kill me twice,
Okay.
and I wind up dead, then, I mean, that's who the finger's gonna point at. I mean, in people's eyes, which Gotti may not have had nothing to do with it, and I hope he didn't. But I like Gotti and I like Dolph, you know. But it's just a sad situation, and I don't know, man. Memphis is it's in a dark place right now. I keep up with. I was there in Memphis today. I come past Airways. They had it blocked off, and
Mm-hmm.
I seen all the police and the people out on the street, and it was just chaos, man. And I pray for y'all city, man. I mean, it's a terrible thing, but we're going to have to come together. And I don't know a solution, though. I don't know a solution, because it's like everybody's against everybody.
Man, Jeff, I used to think that I knew the solution. I've been doing this on radio and TV so long that I had some ideas, but every idea that I came up with, brother, it just seemed that don't work. Man, the meetings don't work. I've been to meeting after meeting, so I just don't go to meetings anymore. Black organizations, NAACP, PUSH, and all those things, they're non-functional when it comes to what we're dealing with. Black leadership is not doing anything. There is no hope for this situation in the black church. Mentoring programs are not working. You know, parents not raising their children, fathers not being there, mothers not knowing what to do or won't do it. So, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do about us as a people.
What I feel is going to have to be done is the gang leaders. You see, Memphis has a lot of leaders. You know, it's full of leaders, and that's why leaders are going to clash because they're not going to agree. But what it's going to take, this from my perspective, is gang leaders. Okay, if you're the leader, the head, because every gang has a head.
Right.
You know, there's a head of the Crips in Memphis. There's a head of the Bloods. There's a head of the Vice Lord and the G's and the Black Stones or whomever. There's a head. So I don't know who can put together a meeting with these heads, or if even these heads would be willing to sit down and talk about a plan where they can get with their people that's under them, like, hey, look, we're going to have to cease this. We're not doing no more senseless killing, you know, and therefore if any of the members violate the rules that they come up with, then they'll be dealt with on another level. So that's what run the street in all cities. You know, regardless of how people don't want to face the truth, gangs run the America, honestly. I mean, you can't go to no city and where it's just one individual or whatever. That's just like in certain cities. When rappers come to Memphis, most rappers that come to Memphis, it's somebody that they get with when they get to Memphis. Say, hey, I'm in the city, I'm in town, where they got security. You know, they secure. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna pick you up. Okay, I'm with Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they know Gotti know the city of Memphis and probably everybody in it. So they safe. And that's what they have to do. You can't just go anywhere and just feel safe because you're not going to be safe. You know, it's grimy out here and it's grimy all over. And Memphis has become a baby Chicago, and that's sad to say. Y'all on y'all way to breaking the record of last year's murder rate, you know.
Last year's, and you know what? And last year's murder rate broke a record.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Every year we break the record of the past year.
But what does that say though? What does that something is not? But you got and look at the kids though. These kids are growing up seeing this. They don't have no mama and no daddy that's teaching them the right way. So all that they gonna grow right into it. This is what's going on in Memphis. I'm sure y'all got 9, 10-year-olds carrying pistols and shooting and killing right now.
Yeah.
And that's sad. And that's why I say we losing a whole generation, and I don't see it getting any better. And it's sad, and it really is. If I was me personally, if I lived in Memphis, I would be trying to, especially if I had kids, I would be trying to get my kids out of there because I don't want them to grow up in that type of environment. Because like you said earlier, you know, some kids is in their early 20s, you know, they feel like they done live their life expectancy. Well, I wonder when I'm going to die, you know, and you ain't number 21, 22. You know, you're still a baby, really, but to have that type of mentality is really sad, man.
Well, the streets have taught many of our young men that you're supposed to die young. That there is a thrill, there is a victory that you accomplish in getting killed. You know, that's I ain't gonna make it a 30, man. I'm ready to die. And I'm scared of a nigga that's ready to die. Because a nigga that's ready to die ready to kill you.
That's right. He has nothing to lose.
Nothing.
And that's what I fear. But see, another thing, like I spoke on to you before about this music. Some of this music, these kids' mind is not developed enough to separate what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? So if you listening to All of this shit codes in this music, but if you don't really understand, you know, the older generation, they don't know, they can't understand rap because you don't hear what these rappers are really saying. But when you know music, like I know it, I know everything a rapper's saying. And all I'm hearing now is death, murder, robbery. That's it. That's what rappers, and you know, that's why I can't listen to today's rap. But one of my favorite rappers was Young Dolph. Even though Dolph told a story, you know, but it was just his unique style and knowing where he came from. You know, he talked more about being flamboyant and spending money. You know, he done made all this money and now he's buying Versace and driving in these plush cars and all of this. You know, he was just.
But Jeff, let me ask you this, and then I'm gonna go. You firmly believe that there's going to be retaliation?
Oh yes, definitely. Just like when Tupac died. When Tupac died, there was killings going on for the next, I think they said 3 or 4 weeks. Every night, the murder rate went up so high. As with Mo 3. When Mo 3 died, which is the rapper down in Houston, Texas, that was gunned down on the freeway. Right after Mo 3 died, it was so much gun violence over in the Dallas area because that's what goes on. That's the gang code. Somebody take one of yours, you take 3 or 4 of theirs, and that's what's going to happen with Young Dolph. You take a man like Dolph worth 20, 30, 40 million dollars. He had some people that he was feeding a lot of people, and so now, hey, that's what it is. And
You know, how many years do you think it's been since Tupac was killed? How many years has it been?
Tupac was killed in 96.
Okay. And right after that, the only time that I've met Snoop Doggy Dogg, right after Tupac's killing, Snoop Doggy Dogg was coming to Memphis. And I was a bounty hunter back in those days. I was hired to do bodyguard work for Snoop Dogg. And he probably don't remember this. This has got to be 25 years ago. And I remember he was standing out at the Hyatt Regency. Me and a partner of mine was handling security, armed security, to make sure he stayed safe. I remember that dog was riding in an armored vehicle, man. Okay? You know, he had his bus, but when he got to Memphis, he got into an armored truck. And because of there was a fear of retaliation because of Tupac's killing. We went to a record shop. It's no longer there. That was at Lamar and Airways. It was one way in and one way out. He was in there to sign autographs, and we still had CDs back in them days, 25 years ago. And it got so bad in there, I had to pick Snoop up and put him on my shoulder. I was about 100 pounds less in them days. And put him on my shoulder and bring him out and put him back into this armored vehicle. Okay? So do you think that rappers like Gotti, like Black Youngster, you think that these guys now have a fear for their lives?
They do. They already, you know, with all that has taken place. I remember when they shot Dolph Van up, I went and seen Yo Gotti at Limelight in Nashville. And I was right there by the stage. But Gotti kept watching that door. He had about, I guess, 6 or 7 guys over by the door. But I could tell he was nervous because he kept watching that door. Because see, when you playing with money, when you dealing with guys that got money, anything can happen. Anything can happen because money talks. So yes, I feel that they're fair, but they should really be fearing for their family members. Because if I was in a situation, if I was Gotti personally, and even if I know I didn't have nothing to do with this, like I said, people gonna which I guess was a lie. But still, that's who I'm going to be worried about, my relatives, because the code of the street is if I can't get to you, I'm going to get the closest thing to you. So if you try to hide, I'm going to bring you out of hide, whether it takes kidnapping your kids, killing one of your kids, your mama, your grandma, your brother, your sister. This is the street mentality.
Well, I'm also hearing, Jeff, that the car that he was driving is bulletproof.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think all the Dolph cars were bulletproof.
Okay. So you waited till,
That car couldn't save him.
huh?
That car couldn't save him though, because he wasn't in the car. And
Right.
I think the guy, whoever shot him, they knew that they couldn't shoot through his car because they know his cars are bulletproof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he done said that many times that all his vehicles are bulletproof. And I think one of your callers, or you said something earlier about somebody saying he was followed. That's my theory. That's my theory that somebody had been following him and he didn't know that they were following him. Therefore, when they seen him pull up and get out the car, you know, it wasn't just they ran through, oh, there goes young Dolph right there, and just pull over there. They already had been trailing him. That's what I think. And seeing him pull over there and get out the car. And that's all they was waiting on was that moment where they knew they had a good shot at him.
Well,
But it's sad, man. I hate it.
thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, man. Be careful.
All right, man.
All right. 3 minutes now before the hour of 9. I'll take a few more calls. Did you order something?
I told you to text you.
I text you back.
Oh.
Okay. The new Sergeant Mason on the show. Huh? I thought I did. I told you to go ahead and order something.
And I text you again.
Huh? Well, baby, I'm working. If you want something, order it. I got some money.
You can't order, you can't pay cash.
Huh? Oh. Oh, well. Like I said, you want me to go somewhere and get you something? Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Jim brought up some interesting points. Was he being followed? Was he set up? Okay. Just incredible. I don't get in trouble and don't come to my page with that bullshit. Okay. The fastest way to get off my page is to get in my motherfucking business that ain't your motherfucking business.
LG.
To accept, press 1.
Go ahead, LG.
How you doing tonight, Pastor?
I'm doing well.
I just have one thing to say. I'm just a 36-year-old young brother from Michigan.
Jazz, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on. Jazz Incredible. Bitch, you look like a $3 hoe. So bye. Go in there with your ape-looking ass, mammy, and tell that bitch to eat out my ass. Now bye. Now go ahead, brother.
Oh, boy.
You cut the heat on, too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm just a young brother, man, that listens in every night and listens to the knowledge that you put down, man. And all I can say about this situation is something that you said before on one show. You said niggas and flies.
I do despise. The more I'm around niggas, the more I love flies. Yeah.
That was the first time I ever heard that in my life, man.
Really?
It always stuck with me, man.
Well, how old are you?
Yeah.
You ain't never heard that one?
I'm 36. I'm only 36.
Oh, bro, they've been saying that one for 64 years. Niggas and flies, I do despise. The more I'm around niggas, the more I love flies.
That's all I can say, man. If you get a chance, man, get away from them niggas.
All right, brother. Thank you so.
Love people from afar.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
gotta be fucking with me. Let's see what's the latest on the investigation. They just need a news story. Nah, they rewrite what they said earlier to make it sound like it's something new. Yeah, they just rewrote. Y'all did hear about the part about the, and y'all around the country probably didn't. There was a person that was shot in a van that rolled through the crime tape. He just drove through. Just, like, ran on up in there. And he had been shot, though. Yeah. Boy, it's, like I said, this is tragic. Let me take care of, I got a few more commercials that I need to take care of, and we'll come back and see what's what.
Taste a piece of peace. Located in the food court of the Oak Court Mall, it's where you go to find delicacies that truly feed your soul, and is owned by the true cookie monster, Jennifer Richardson. Taste a Piece of Peace not only specializes in all kinds of cakes, cookies, and pies and other desserts, but has a full menu of delicious soul food. Taste a Piece of Peace has milkshakes and cones that have multiple flavors. Taste a Piece of Peace has done individual catering for such corporations as Federal Express. They're open 7 days a week. Call them at 901-590-2484 or have DoorDash deliver it to you. The best in sweets. Again, 7 days a week. Call them. Area code 901-590-2484. That's 901-590-2484, or have DoorDash bring it to you.
Shared Health Mississippi presents
Black Friday, November 26th at 7 p.m. It's the first annual Grown and Sexy All Black Affair and Soul Blue Show in memory of DJ Big Money at the Atala County Coliseum in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Starring Willie Clayton, Trey Williams, Vic Allen, Mr. Sim, Ruth, Isaac Lindsay, Anita Webster, Emmons Entertainment Band. Doors open up at 6 p.m. and showtime is 7 p.m. Goodbye to Dirty DJ and the Cussin' Pastor. It's BYOB. For reserved tables and more info, 662-770-2391. November 26th at 7 p.m.
Wait. Come on, can the people just keep it going? Can the people?
It's about to go down in a major way at Fitz Casino Tunica. Craig Smacks Harris presents the Thanksgiving Weekend Blue Jeans and Boots concert featuring L.J. Eccles.
Do you want me to get it from the back? Baby, how low can you go? Let me see you drop it down to the floor.
Jeter Jones.
She wanna ride. She wanna ride that black horse on boots too. Yeah.
And Big Yayo. Saddle up.
I need a cowgirl, someone I can play with.
Get your Western outfits on and join us Saturday, November 27th at Fitz Casino, Tunica, Mississippi. Doors open at 7, showtime at 8 p.m. Purchase tickets on Ticketmaster or call Craig Smacks Harris at 662-671-1230.
Whether you live in Memphis or anywhere in the country, security is an important feature. And that's the reason, whether it's your home or whether it's your business, you need to entrust your security to a company that can get it done just the way it needs to be done. That's the reason I entrust my home security and my business security to Shoney's Electronic Repair. In a city like Memphis, your security, your protection, your life, your safety is very important. Let me tell you one of the features that I really enjoy is being able to take my cell phone, and before I arrive at my house or even here at the church, I can see completely around the building. And that's important, especially for you ladies on your way home by yourself. You can see who's around your house, in front of your house, and even if there's someone on the inside of your house. I'm telling you, Shoney's Electronic Repair is the company that you need to call right now. They also provide monitoring so that if anyone does break into your home or your business, the police is notified immediately. They also have the video doorbell, so when someone pushes your button and goes ding-a-ling, well, you can see them and you can talk to them anywhere in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, if safety is an issue at your home or your business, pick up that phone right now and call Shoney's Electronic Repairs, area code 901-826-6447. That number one more time for your complete safety is 901-826-6447.
Empire, man. As a white 29-year-old male, you know, with mainly black friends, I can honestly say, like,
You what, man? You what?
my bad, my TV's lagging. I'm watching it through the TV, listening to you. I was just gonna say, as a white male at only 29 years old, you know, I can honestly say it's mostly most of my black friends my only friends are black or African American, and I can say in today's world that we live in, you know, whether you're in Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, or all the South or North or West, as you say, you know, you done stuff for Snoop. I can honestly say, like, we really bring the own karma upon ourselves and the own drama and trauma upon ourselves, you know. And the only thing we can do is pray for each other, regardless of what color we are, what background we're from, and where we're at.
Okay. You ain't got no white friends?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Okay. How come you ain't never had no white friends?
Yeah, I've had a couple of them, man. And it ain't got nothing, man, to be honest, in 2021, I can honestly say this, it ain't really about color, man. It's really about who you are as an individual. You know what I'm saying?
It's always.
People in this
Wait a minute. It's always about color, brother. Cut your TV down, brother. You don't know how to cut your TV down?
Yeah. I had to disconnect it. You hear?
You got to disconnect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just do that.
Wait a minute. Let me educate you, young white boy. Let me educate you. When I hear a white man say I ain't got no white friends, all my friends is black, I have to wonder why.
I do have white friends, you know, but it's not like a demographic. Like I hang out with my white friends, I hang out with my black friends. But I have black brothers and I have white brothers. You know, I have Mexicano brothers. You know, like and I mean to each his own. And I understand that it's a big world we live in. But I truthfully don't understand like what happened with Dolph today. Like man, it struck me in a different way, and I have to say this to whom I am, you know what I'm saying, and where I stand as a man, regardless of any race or religion, you know, I can say this, like where I stand as a man today, what happened to Dolph, like my mom was institutionalized, like mentally, back in, when Dolph first dropped A Time to Kill, the mixtape, and that was big for me, you know, like the shit run through my blood, that song, and like, I used to think life was all about money and reefer, till I got older, realized it's much deeper, you know. And more or less is what I'm getting at is Dolph stood for not only the streets of Memphis and what you guys go through in Memphis, but I think it's a worldwide thing, man. And I feel like it through prayer, you know, through prayer with not only through one person or two people. But you know, what God said. What did He tell us, brother? He said, where two or more people gather and talk about me, that is church. You know, and I truthfully believe that. So I honestly believe in my heart that
that ain't what it says, though, brother.
Okay, if you could correct me, you know.
Where two or three gather together in my name, touching and agreeing on the same thing, then I will be a God in the midst. What I'm saying to you, because you made the point of making, instead of just calling in, go on and talk, you made the point of telling me that you was a white male, and you made the point of telling me that you have uh, black friends, and you don't really hang with the white peoples. And my question was to you as a white male, um, that I don't care whether you don't see color or not, color exists. That's when you white. That's when you white. What color is your people?
I would say, like even watching the new BMS series.
What color is your mama? What color is your mama?
She's Native American, but she's white. The pigment is white.
All right.
She's a white.
What color is your daddy?
I would say it's the same, but he's a white American.
He's white. So you white, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You proud of being white?
I'm proud to be a Christian American.
I didn't ask you. I didn't, sir. Wait a minute. White boy. Let me. I'm educating you now.
All right.
Okay. Are you proud to be white?
I'm proud to be alive, but am I proud to be white? No, I would say like within like.
So you disappointed. You disappointed in white people too.
I'm disappointed in Americans.
No. You white. You are a white man in America, in white America, and you don't want to be white, do you?
It's not that. You know what I'm saying? I love who I am. I love the fact that God made me who I am.
No. So who told you was a Christian?
I talk to God daily.
You talk to him every day? Did God tell you that you are a Christian?
He said, "You follow me, and I'm gonna continue to guide you."
Did he tell you that you were a Christian?
Christian, yes, sir. Evangelist Christian.
He told you was a what kind of Christian? Evangelist.
Yes, sir.
So he told you. He actually, when you was talking to Jesus, Jesus told you that you are a Christian.
Yes, sir.
How come Jesus ain't never told nobody else in his word that they were Christians?
I'm not gonna say that I'm wrong for what.
No, you told me you said you had a talk with Jesus. And Jesus told you that you are a Christian. And I'm just trying to say that there's no scripture where he called nobody else and told them that they were Christian.
And I truthfully believe that.
So wait a minute. How you get to be a Christian by Jesus telling you you're a Christian and ain't nobody else been told that they are Christian? He told you to be a Christian.
Man, I got a friend right now, and I know this is not touching my situation, but he's in the court system right now who claims that he has seen himself in the stars, that he is God himself, and I know that.
See, you white boys, y'all been smoking that wacky yak. Y'all don't smoke. Y'all don't smoke that good dope. Y'all got y'all dope laced with something. No. But let me tell you something. Be as proud to be white as I am of being black. Ain't nothing wrong with.
And I'm not saying that I'm not proud to be white, sir. I'm saying that I'm not proud of where we stand as Americans.
You're not proud. You're not proud of white people. White people are dirty, aren't they? They do dirty stuff, don't they?
Honestly, the system is dirty.
Yeah. But the system is controlled by who?
By the white people, by the white man.
Some of your ancestors and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? So
Yes, sir.
you don't like your people because of what they did to black people.
I like the family that raised me because it wasn't just white people.
Oh, the family that raised you. These ain't your real peoples?
No, I wouldn't honestly claim guess a lot of people will look at me wrong for that. Within white people, but I don't really care what people say. You know.
So wait a minute. So your mom and daddy, you know, that you just mentioned, is that your real mom and daddy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you call them the people that raised you.
I would say that the people that raised me wasn't the people that I would call my mother and my father, because I also call my mom, you know what I'm saying, African American woman. You know,
You call your mama, wait a minute. You call your mama an African American woman.
I got two African American moms.
How you get an African American mama?
Because at the end of the day, like, regardless if I was hungry, or I needed somewhere to go, or if I needed talking to, she didn't see no color. She just understood that we were family.
So your white people, so wait a minute. So your white people, you didn't trust your white people.
Sir, I don't trust nobody.
So you didn't trust your white people.
No, sir. You know, like they done their own harm to their own self. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't really want you, did they?
Man, to be honest, I don't think that they wanted themselves with the own trauma that they created in their own life.
So you don't like your white people, did you, right? Your mama and your daddy. You don't like your mama and your daddy.
Am I like them?
Yeah, you don't like them, do you?
No, I like them. I love them. But am I like them? No. I may be different. Now, my mom, she's completely different than my father. You know what I'm saying?
Is your daddy a racist?
I would say that everybody in the sense of being human has some sort of racism, but there's a few, you know, I feel like there's a few that God picked by hand that says, you know, you don't see color, you don't see racism, you see it, you know that it's there, but you don't.
So in other words, the short answer is your daddy is a racist.
I would say most definitely he don't mean to be. You know.
How does your daddy not? How does your white daddy?
You was having this conversation with my father. Yes, sir. He would have answered certain things in certain ways. He'd be like, of course. You know.
Does your daddy like black people?
Yes, sir. He does.
He does. Then what racist thing does your daddy do?
What racist thing? I would say growing up, more or less. Like I mean, everybody knows it, especially on your podcast, and especially you. You know, Murder Inc. I grew up listening to hip hop and R&B. Like I grew up having a Murder Inc. poster. I remember back in the day, Job, before or after Pain Is Love, he had an album that came out, and it had the his album bibliography had the poster. So I had that on my wall, and at that point in time, like I remember he was just like, "Oh, well, that's capital. That goes against God, son." You know, and I was like, "No, Dad, like."
What color is your girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend right now, sir. But I mean, regardless of what I do, she'll be the right woman.
What color will your girlfriend be?
You know, regardless, it might be a strong African American woman, and it might be a strong woman in general, sir.
You want your black woman. You ever been with a black woman?
Yes, sir.
Did you enjoy being with a black woman?
Yes, sir.
Did you enjoy being with the black woman more than you enjoyed being with the white woman?
I would say with the difficulty that came with being with a white woman, yes, sir.
They something else, ain't they?
Yes, sir. It's more or less.
That
sisters of the struggle, they also know.
Yeah, that black pussy good, ain't it?
It's not even that.
Oh, it's gotta be that now. Oh yeah, it's gotta be that.
Hey, I'm being a man with you, sir. It goes.
That black pussy wasn't good.
Beyond that, you know, I'm trying to develop myself into who God wants me to be.
So your God done told you don't get you no pussy?
No, man. Like in the sense of, like, my God is saying to me, like,
Uh-huh.
a woman that comes into your life will come into your life at the right time, and it does not matter about that intercourse. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't be wise with a woman, and she can't be wise with you, you can't have an intellectual conversation.
So you ain't fucking right now. You waiting for God to send the woman to you, right?
Oh man, forgive me, Lord, but I'm fucking. You know what I'm saying?
So wait a minute now. You said God was gonna send a woman in your life. So God that sent you the woman, you fucking, right? You fucking a white woman or a black woman?
As of right now, my cards are all out. You know what I'm saying?
So what you fucking? A black woman or a white woman?
A little bit of both.
So you got your black girl and a white girl.
Yes, sir.
The black girl don't know nothing about the white girl, do she?
And man, here goes this thing too. With being 29, I feel like the relationship. Maybe you can give me some feedback on this. How do I need to handle that within the sense of, like, having an intellectual conversation is one thing, but being an intellectual person is a different thing.
Well, you don't know what. All right, let me ask you this: who got out of the two women that you're fucking? Who got the best pussy?
Hey man, that's not what matters to me, my brother.
Yeah, it gotta matter. Who got the best pussy? Look, here's the one you keep. You keep the one with the best pussy.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. Yeah. You keep the one with look, white boy, look. That black, look. Does the white girl have a big booty?
Yeah.
She got a big booty?
Yeah.
She got big titties?
Yeah, it's PAWG if I'm going that direction.
If you go in what direction?
If I'm going with the white one, it's going to be a pause.
But whose pussy tastes better?
Man, I'd have to say, the one that's most clean, and I'd say that would be the black sister. Yes.
The black woman's pussy tastes the best. You keep. That's the one you keep.
Yeah.
You can always be fed. You'll never be hungry.
Yep.
Man. All right, brother.
Let me ask you something, Pastor. Do you believe that God can touch everybody?
Yes.
And change people's thoughts or things?
He do what now?
I said, do you believe that God can, like, actually enter people's lives and change people's perception of life?
Yeah. God is able to do that, brother. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
and
able
others too, man. And the thing about me asking you that, I kind of already understood that, you know? That's kind of, what's understood never has to be explained. And
Right.
all the gentlemen taught me that a long time ago. And I always felt like this. It does not matter what we go through, but it matters what we push through. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're able to survive the war, there's guess what's next?
Yeah. All right, bro. I gotta go, man. Shit, man, you've been talking for a while.
Man, I'm sorry. I just want to tell you, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have our, regardless of what color we are, if we don't have our spiritual battlefield ready, if we don't have our spiritual warfare, like if we don't have our helmet and our breastplate intact, then we're gonna lose. It doesn't matter the color.
All right, what's your name, man?
My name is Spud, man, from Kentucky.
Your name is who?
Spud, like the potato.
Your mom didn't name you that for real, did it?
Nah, man. My name is Zachary.
Oh, I'm gonna say it's a goddamn. Yo, for with some showing up redneck, Spud. Come here, Spud. Hey, hey, Spud. Thank you, Spud. I enjoyed talking with you tonight here.
Hey, rest in peace to young Dolph. PRE, man, paper out empire.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way he can rest is in peace, brother. Thank you.
Brother,
Thank you. Thank you, Spud. Bye. That was Spud, y'all. Oh, boy. I like doing that sometimes. All right. What time? If y'all enjoyed the show, why don't y'all give to the ministry tonight, too? Spud? Cash App. Naked Truth Ministries. Ooh. Ooh. Boy, ain't no show in the world like this now. What's wrong, baby? Yeah. No gymnastics tonight. Woo!
That shit ain't funny.
Shit is funny. It wasn't funny when it happened. We too old for some of this shit. In the shower. And she likes to put baby oil on before she gets in the shower. Ain't that some shit? What the fuck you gonna do? What's slip? Feeling all freaky and kinky on a Tuesday night. Fill your ass in the tub. And I'm sitting up in the, because I got to be the good husband. I got to sit up in the goddamn emergency room. And she was limping. They gave her a boot and a pair of crutches. Oh, shit. Yeah. Trying to be nasty and shit. Then she, wait a minute, she sprains her ankle. And that's about...
It's not my ankle, my foot.
Your foot. That was about 10, 11 o'clock. Kept me woke to 2 o'clock this morning. Got candles all in the goddamn room. Got toys and shit in the room. Knowing I got to get up at 5:30 in the morning to be on there. Would not let me go to sleep. She wanted some big daddy last night. Well, you got it. Oh, shit. All right. So, she on crutches, but praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We're still here. Freaking and all. But somebody sent me a post that was spoken from this person 2 days ago, where they said that Dolph would die on Wednesday. They sent me a copy of that. All right, I'm finna go. You know I have to put on Bill Street. It's a paid advertisement of the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Instagram, I will save this show on the page tonight. But you've got the facts. You've got real information. And you can tell these other places, Shade Room and all these other folks that come up with what somebody else in Memphis said, that much of what they have reported today has not been true. Okay? I've given you the facts. I'm sure that when tomorrow comes, I'll have some more information. Okay. All right. If you enjoyed the show and you'd like to contribute to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, all you got to do is go to the Cash App. is $Naked Truth Ministries. Naked Truth Ministries. Will you come? Will you go? Will you go? Will you go? $Naked Truth Ministries. All right? All right. Those of you who may have seen the Beale Street situation, this is a paid advertisement. Some of you may have seen it and don't want to see it no more. But many of you, and there are thousands on the pages on tonight, that if you would like to see the truth about Beale Street, what? Well, what you want to do? No. Well, if they're going to leave it on the porch, I'll get it in a minute. Okay. I got to go because these folk at my door, I think, she can't get up and hop to the goddamn door. So I got to do. Join me on the radio, 6 a.m. in the morning. Until then, top of the night to you, and I'll see y'all in the morning.
I'm Thaddeus Matthews. You know, the history of Beale Street is entrenched in black culture. This used to be the mecca of black entertainment in the Memphis and Mid-South area. But some years passed by, and this street became a wasteland. Tumbleweeds were everywhere. In 1968, after the death of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Memphis suffered from white flight. Whites no longer wanted to be a part of this history. This history was not important to whites anywhere. So they all left. And this land right here, this property that we're on right now, became nothing. No one wanted to be down here, whites or blacks. In 1973, a group of black business people invented the corporation, Beale Street Development Corporation, which was the only black corporation in the state that did and has done what the Beale Street Corporation done. This is a street that grosses over $50 million per year. 7 million people a year visit this street. In 1973, a group of blacks got together and said, we need to do something about Beale Street. We've got all of this history that is taking place on this street, and the city of Memphis is just letting it go. It looks like an ancient day Dodge City. Tumbleweeds, trash everywhere, no revitalization. So this particular group decides that we are going to go to the city and see if the city will revitalize Beale Street. Well, we had a white mayor back in those days. His name was Wyatt Chandler. Wyatt Chandler was one of the good old boys. They went to Wyatt and said, Wyatt, we want to bring back black history to Beale Street. Ha ha ha, he laughed at them. We ain't got no money for you, black folk. We have no money to revitalize Beale Street. If y'all can get the money, then we'll do something. These black people were not discouraged. They went back and forth to Washington, D.C. They were granted $23 million to revitalize Beale Street. In today's funds, that would be $230. The white folk were totally amazed. Wyatt Chandler was totally amazed. Here these Negroes were able to go and do what the city of Memphis could not do. Well, you got $23 million but the city of Memphis owns the property. Beale Street Development Corporation has a 52-year contract. They have the master leases on all of the property on Beale Street. The FedEx Forum could not have been built. The Western Garage, the Western Hotel could not have been built. The Benchmark Hotel downtown Memphis could not have been built without the signature of Randall Catron, the president, the former president of the Beale Street Corporation. We'll come back to Randall in just a minute. When the Beale Street Development Corporation was able to acquire the $23 million for the revitalization of Beale Street, it upset white folk in Memphis. The white mayor, Wyatt Chandler, said, "You good Negroes don't know what to do with $23 million. You don't know how to handle $23 million. So we're gonna get one of our good white boys to manage you good Negroes." And that's where a guy by the name of John Elkerton comes into play. John Elkerton, who was a clerk, became, quote unquote, the white man in charge. He became the one that made sure that the Beale Street Development Corporation never received its funds. Now remember, the Beale Street Corporation owns the master leases to the entire property. Nothing can be done on Beale Street, nothing can be built on Beale Street without the signature of the Beale Street Development Corporation. The agreement back at that time was $15,000 per month and a percentage of all of the lease money and the money that was raised on Beale Street. Remember, now, in 2021, there is over $50 million per year that comes on the street, a visitorship of $7 million. Well, guess what? The black corporation that was able to go to Washington, D.C. and bring in the $23 million has never been paid. Not one dime has been paid to the Beale Street Development Corporation. I find that very strange that here we are in a city that is over 80% black, has a black majority city council, had a black mayor for over 20 years, and no black politician wants to see black folk and the Beale Street Development Corporation treated fairly. You know, the city of Memphis, with its black leadership, the Black Lives Matter, and all of our activists have not acted upon the fact that a black corporation here in Memphis that went and acquired millions of dollars has not been treated fairly. Not one dime has been given to this corporation that is due them. The Beale Street Development Corporation has spent thousands of dollars in lawsuits, and the administration laughs at this black corporation. In fact, several years ago, I went with Randall Catron before the Memphis City Council. Oh, they act as though they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know the history. After we told them the history, they still did nothing. The city of Memphis, they used every trick in the book to make sure that the Beale Street Development Corporation has not been paid. Do you realize that with a majority black city council, that they could eliminate all lawsuits right now? And let me tell you just how bad and how treacherous the leadership of Memphis has been. It was found that John Elkerton, the white man that was put over the good Negroes to make sure that there was no misappropriation of money, because they didn't think that black folk knew what to do with $23 million. It was found out when a forensic audit was done that John Elkerton had misappropriated millions of dollars, had spent millions of dollars around the country to try to create other Beale Streets. Well, what happened? There was a lawsuit. One black mayor gone, then you got an interim black mayor. The interim black mayor says, oh, we can't do that to the white man. We've got to make sure that the white man is protected. So what did they do? They gave him a parade. He wanted to leave Beale Street. So they gave him a parade, key to the city. Oh, Mr. White Man, you such a good white man. We ain't gonna let the Negroes jam you up. Well, he's gone. So what do you do now when he's gone? They still want the leases. That's where the importance is. It's in the leases to Beale Street. Let me show you how treacherous this administration under Jim Strickland is. Let me show you how treacherous this city is under black leadership. You know, the same black leadership that wants to be reelected, the same black leadership that comes to the black community and says, vote for me and I'll set you free. Randall Catron passed on a few years ago. It was Randall Catron's signature that was needed. So they say, we've got to get him before he died. We've got to get his signature before he died. They had an attorney, Beale Street Development Corporation had an attorney by the name of John Candy, another one of the good old boys. John Candy, on the deathbed of Randall Catron, went to his room and forged Randall's signature on paperwork giving up Beale Street. Mrs. Catron, who is now the president of the Beale Street Development Corporation, spent the necessary funds to make sure that the signature was checked, and it was found out that it was a forgery taken before the city council, proven that it was a forgery, and the black city council people said, oh well. The big question, and what this commercial or semi-documentary is all about, is why this black corporation that went and got $23 million, that's worth $230 million now, who made sure that there is a FedEx Forum. And I told Randall and I were friends, Randall, I wouldn't give him a damn thing until I got my money. But Randall was better than me. The Grizzlies are able to play because of Randall Catron and the Beale Street Development Corporation. People are able to stay in the Westin Hotel because of Randall Catron and the Beale Street Development Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen that are viewing this, the biggest question is, why hasn't the FBI got involved? Why hasn't the black leadership of Memphis stood up and said, this is wrong, this organization has been wrong, Randall Catron was wrong? Why hasn't the city of Memphis and the black leadership of this city, who have found out that the city administration made sure that there is a forgery that they have and they're fighting it? The city of Memphis knows that the signature was a forgery, but they still want to spend millions of dollars of taxpayers' money to make sure that the legacy of the Beale Street Development Corporation becomes a non-factor. Ladies and gentlemen, the city of Memphis has stolen millions from the Beale Street Development Corporation. Your tax dollars are being wasted because you're not getting the benefit of what Beale Street is all about. So here's what I urge you to do. Ask your black politician that's running for office, running for re-election, that wants to run for another office.
Why the hell should we vote for you? Why should we want you as a black politician in office and you serve only the white man's agenda?